welcome to another Fight in the Night review. This is for the one that took place last night. It was the opening of the main card between Vitor Petrino and Anton Turkalj. And it was at the theatre at Virgin Hotels. The first time that the UFC has been to that place in Paradise, Nevada, since December 2012, because it was rebranded as part of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino / The Joint. And thank you again, Wikipedia, for all that knowledge. So yeah, this was all I ever about, and I'm going to go through it round by round and bit by bit and try to remember as much as I could. Wish me luck. So the fight starts, the two men throw a couple of strikes, and then there's mainly cuddling against the cage. There's a lot of cuddling in this fight, spoiler alert. Yeah, they sort of trade back and forth as to who cuddles who. Anton briefly gets a takedown on Vitor, but Vitor's like, he steps forward and is able to get out of it really, really quickly. There was a weird moment where it looked like Anton kissed Vitor on the cheek, I don't really know. There wasn't really many actual takedowns, there was just a lot of holding each other against the cage. And the commentary themselves said it might look boring, but they're actually using every muscle in their body to try and not get reversed. I'm like, yeah, but could it look like they're using every muscle in their body to do anything? I don't know. But then, with about a minute left, and this is one of my least favourite tropes in a fight of the night, by the way, with about a minute left, Vitor actually opens up some really good strikes and lands a bloody good flurry against Anton, knocks Anton down, and as he's about to go for a follow-up, Anton actually hits him with a really nasty looking up kick. It's not even like a super big one, he just clocks his heel forward and catches Vitor right in the jaw as he's coming down. Vitor is not knocked out, although it looked like he was able to not get knocked out, I guess you could say, and throw a good couple of strikes on the top, but yeah, pretty fucking boring first round. I think Anton got some body shots in, but I'm giving round one to Vitor. He was just... Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this round, or even this entire fight. That's not a good omen, is it? But I give round one to Vitor because of the flurry at the end, I guess. There was also a nasty cup shot from Anton to Vitor, with about a minute and a half left in round one. So, yeah, that did dampen things as well, but still I give round one to Vitor. Then we get to round two, and actually starts with an interesting flurry of Vitor actually landing some good shots and Anton even sort of countering. And the sort of main difference in that is the fact that Anton is the taller fighter, and he's using his reach, he's especially using his body kick quite well, but he still goes in a bit too much. And I wonder what that noise was. I think that was my cat just sleeping. I had a weird hissing sound. I think that was him. But yeah, Anton landed some, tried to go in too often, and Vitor was just countering with some really good counter strikes. But then after that, there's just a shitload more cuddling. I think there might have been a good couple of takedowns. I think Anton actually got some takedowns and even attempted to get some rear naked choke submissions on Vitor. Vitor kept flipping around though and was able to get out of it. There was a good moment where Anton was sort of underneath Vitor, but sort of had the rear naked choke position, had his legs hooked through Vitor's. Vitor was able to turn it around, and there was just a lot of grappling. Anton grabbed the cage a couple of times. I think he managed to wall walk at some point. I don't know if that was in round 2 or round 3, but yeah, round 2, mostly, again, few hits, bunch of cuddling. As to who I think wins it, though, I edge slightly in favour of Anton, but this is when he could swing either way, and I wouldn't really care enough to disagree with you. I mean, maybe Anton, I don't know. And then we get to round 3, and finally things start happening. It opens with a good sort of exchange between the two. They do immediately go to the grappling, sure, but there's not nearly as much cage cuddling this time. Great, I know people call it clinching, but what they were doing wasn't clinching, it was a lot of cuddles to the cage. But yeah, no, these two actually have a really good grappling exchange in round 3. A good couple of strikes, but it's mostly the grappling in round 3 that's the talking point of pretty much the entire fight. So Anton, I think he's the first one to get a takedown. I think early on he's hit with some nasty stuff, or Vitor's hit with nasty stuff and he goes for a takedown, looks a bit desperate. Anton's able to actually not only go for the rear naked choke again, but also get the body triangle, and it looks like he's got the choke sunk in deep. But Vitor just fucking strongs it out, I guess you could say. He just uses his toughness and he's able to sort of turn around it, and he's able to break free and sort of get a man position and sort of get a front choke, but as soon as he gets it, Anton is grabbing the cage and he eventually does wall walk. I think it was in this round, and now he's able to get on top. There's some good grappling exchanges. There's a really good rear naked choke attempt from Vitor from the side, but it's at a really bad angle, so he's not able to fully sink it in. And I don't remember if they get up after that. I think there might have been more strikes. There was a bit more grappling, a bit more cuddling as well, which is a bit of a disappointment. And then to close out round 3, I think Vitor landed maybe another flurry to sort of knock Anton back a bit. Round 3 was the most even of the 3 though, but I do edge it slightly in favour of Vitor. Okay, here's the thing. I am fully aware that even with fights where there's a lot more stuff happening, I don't cover them quite well, right? In this fight, not a whole fucking lot happened, so I guess we kind of have to talk about it. So the fight was won by Vitor by unanimous decision, and I can see that happening, but don't watch this one. It was boring. It was so fucking boring. Oh man, I get it, like the cage cuddling is a thing that happens and we have to deal with it, but there was so much of it. Literally, it took up what, like 3/4 of the entire fight's time. And I get that we want exciting grappling exchanges, but if you want exciting grappling and exciting wrestling, just go to round 3. It's easily the best of the bunch, and it's not even that great around itself either. You're right there, mate. Appears to be a bit hiccupy. What, are you disagreeing with my opinions or agreeing with my opinions? You can see him right there. There he is. That'll extend the video for a good amount of time. But yeah, no, just avoid this fight if at all possible. It's boring, very little happens, and I get that there's, like, you know, more of a crowd at the theatre at Virgin Hotels, but, like, it's not that much better than the Apex, to be honest, and the crowd barely reacts, and I don't fucking blame them because nothing happens. It is such a boring fight. If you are going to watch it, if it even piques curiosity, watch it once and you'll see what I mean, but I strongly recommend against it. It's not making my top 10 by a fucking long shot. Just avoid it. It's boring. It's got a couple of exciting moments, but it's mostly just cuddling and really bad grappling, with some good grappling in round 3, but mostly just really bad. Just don't watch it at all. That's what's next from me though. Tonight, hopefully more Hi-Fi Rush. Hopefully might come close to finishing the game. Been having a lot of fun doing those plays. It's been quite good. And then the next thing after that will actually be, I'm hoping, to do a top 10 list ting of some sort on Tuesday. And I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I think that would be too much for me in a row. I'm hoping to get something done on Tuesday and maybe make that a regular thing. I don't really know. And then Thursday, music of the week. And then, obviously, this coming Friday, more PPW vs AVW, the return show after Break Even. So I'll see you all soon. I don't know when. But as always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye-bye.